What if the single most powerful thing you could offer another person costs nothing, takes only seconds, and yet most of us almost never do it? We spend years trying to fix, advise, and reassure the people we love. But what if all of that effort is actually pushing them further away? The answer might lie in one deceptively simple skill that psychologists say changes everything. Caroline Fleck is a clinical psychologist and Stanford-trained therapist who spent years watching people struggle in their closest relationships, not from lack of love, but from lack of a specific skill called validation. Her book arrives at a moment when loneliness and emotional disconnection are at historic highs, offering a research-backed framework rooted in dialectical behavior therapy. What makes it remarkable is how it transforms a clinical technique into an everyday human practice anyone can learn. The first big idea is that validation is not agreement. It is acknowledgement, and the difference is everything. Most of us confuse the two, holding back validation because we worry it means we're endorsing feelings or behaviors we disagree with. But Fleck shows us that simply saying, "What you feel makes sense," is one of the most profound gifts we can offer, because it tells another person that their inner world is real and worthy of being witnessed. Once you understand this distinction, you start to see how often we unknowingly invalidate the people we care about most, and why that quietly erodes trust over time. The second key idea explores why validation is so hard to give, and it has everything to do with our own emotional history. Fleck reveals that many of us grew up in environments where certain emotions were dismissed, minimized, or even punished, which means we learned to invalidate ourselves long before we ever invalidated someone else. This internalized invalidation quietly shapes how we respond to others in distress, triggering discomfort, defensiveness, or the urgent need to fix rather than simply be present. Understanding this hidden pattern is the first step toward breaking it, and it leads us to the most transformative idea in the entire book. The third and most powerful theme is that validation heals, not just relationships, but the self. Fleck presents compelling evidence that when people feel genuinely seen and understood, emotional intensity decreases, trust deepens, and people become more, not less, capable of change. There is a beautiful paradox at the heart of this idea. Accepting someone's emotions exactly as they are is what gives them the safety to grow beyond them. This is the emotional core of the book, the radical, counterintuitive truth that presence is more powerful than any advice, solution, or reassurance we could ever offer. This book quietly asks us a challenging question. How often do we truly make the people in our lives feel understood rather than managed? In a world obsessed with productivity and problem-solving, Fleck reminds us that emotional presence is its own form of profound competence, a skill, not just a feeling. Reading this book may change less about what you say and more about how fully you arrive in the moments that matter most. If this exploration of validation resonated with you, I'd genuinely love to know, who in your life do you most want to show up for more fully? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this kind of conversation is exactly why this community exists. And if you'd like to go deeper into the world of emotional intelligence and human connection, our breakdown of Brené Brown's Atlas of the Heart might be the perfect next stop. Subscribe so you never miss one.